All right. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for your patience. There's some crazy construction in our area. I really appreciate you hanging on, even though we're getting started a little bit late today. My name's Carrie. I'm City Market's Assistant Outreach and Education Manager. I'm the one who's been sending you all of the emails, so welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I will be on screen right now, and then I'll be behind the scenes after this. There's a question and answer box where I've submitted the announcements about starting a little bit late. Anytime you have a question or a comment during today's class, you can put that into that question and answer box, and that will come to me, and I can either pass it along to our instructor, or if it's something that I can answer on my end, I can also type a response to you, so keep an eye on questions that you've typed in. If you're joining us a little bit late and you don't want to watch the whole thing of me saying, hey, we're going to get started late for 5 minutes, you can hit live. It's down near the play pause button, and that catches you up to where we are in the stream versus making you watch from the very beginning. You are watching on about a 30-second delay from what we're saying to when you're hearing it. So if you're like, why haven't they gotten to my question yet? Or I submitted that a long time ago. Maybe we've already asked it and you just got to wait a few more seconds and then you'll hear us answering it. So you're on about 30 seconds after what we're doing. I think that's it for me. I will turn things over to our lovely instructor, Mulu, for the evening, but I will be behind the scenes. If you have questions, Mulu, take it away.
Thank you, Carrie. Hello, everyone. Welcome this evening to spend time with us. We're going to do breakfast for dinner. So this is our first time doing this cooking class because the cooking class usually is in the evening. So we never think to do breakfast because we always cook dinner. But today we get a chance to do how Ethiopian, Eritrean, what kind of breakfast do they serve? It's not every day, but mostly in weekend and when people visitor come, we use this breakfast. It's our special breakfast. And I just want to introduce again myself. My name is Mulu. I'm originally from Eritrea, from East Africa. You can see the flag. I wear a scarf today. It's Independence Day in Eritrea today. About 31 years, 1991 was become independence from Ethiopia. So yeah, this is a sign I wear it today to show people it's Independence Day in Eritrea. And yeah, I've been here for 16 years and I've been cooking with the city market almost for 5 years and plus. And I appreciate for they invite me to introduce my food, my culture, and I love cooking. It's just, I enjoy cooking and I love eating as well. So we're going to cook together. So I hope somebody is doing tonight with me this ingredient. If you don't have this ingredient tonight, please try them at home next time. So to do it, we're going to make one of them is surprise. We're going to make 2 breakfasts. One of them called qicha fitfit. Qicha means it's a pita bread, almost like flat bread. Then we're going to use some spicy called berbere. Berbere is a spicy chili with some ingredient. So we use this one. And then we're going to have a butter, clarified butter. It's almost a ghee, but they have seasoning. So the ghee is, if you want to buy, they have in city market, this is a ghee. But I did at home, this is a clarified butter with some seasoning. If you have any question about the butter, we'll go back later. Then we're going to serve it with whole, if you want plain low fat, but this is a plain yogurt, we serve it with that. And let's start it. So the first one, we do the qicha fitfit. But before that, I'm going to toast. You can use barley flour. We usually, when we do this gumfo, it's called gumfo, the one we did. Maybe Carrie will send you a picture how it looked like with yogurt and spicy. I just sent her 2 days ago. So this is a flour. We're using buckwheat instead of barley. We didn't have barley around. So this is it. We're going to toast the flour first. So we have, this one is on heat. So I'm going to put this all together in the pan. Then you toast the flour first. You can use whole wheat flour or just all-purpose flour as well. Anything is in hand, but whatever your preparation. But usually we use barley for those 2 breakfasts or whole wheat flour. So this one we toasted a little bit around. Until this one is toasting, we're going to start the qicha fitfit. So we have all-purpose flour. This is, we're going to use, instead of we're using 4 cups, we are planning to use 2 cups just to make small one. So I'll show you how we can do it. If you have question relative to this or to Ethiopian Eritrean food, please type it. I will answer you as much as I know. So this is just all-purpose flour. It's white flour, so we're going to use 2 cups. Sometimes 2 cups is a little bit, maybe 3 flat bread, but if you want serving for 6 for 4, you can do between 3 to 4, but we're using this 2 for today. Just want to show you how. Okay, this is finished. Okay, 2 and a little bit big one. Then we need water. I'm going to use some water.
Like Mulu mentioned, we're going to do the kicha feet that I sent in the recipe handout, and then we're going to do the genfo that is like a surprise bonus recipe, and I will send the recipe out for that tomorrow.
That's wonderful. So every maybe 3-4 minutes, I can smell it. It's toasted. You just remove around or stir around like this. I hope you can see me clear, but you don't want to burn. The low heat is the better. Sometimes some people, they put it in oven. This one, just toast it slow. But I prefer to do this. You can see it. You don't have to open the oven a lot. So this is, we're going to use water and mix it. Oh, you need salt before that. You can do salt. So we add our salt here. Then if we need salt while we're serving the food, still you can add. So I'm going to use ½ teaspoon of salt. And then usually we use it with our hand or with gloves, but let's try with this one. How much you comfort, but you can use your hand as well to mix this flour in water.
And what sort of texture are you looking for? Should it be pourable or should it be thick?
Not thicker, not like a butter, like a pancake. That's a little bit loose, a little bit thicker from that.
Okay.
And it doesn't have to be thick. It doesn't have to be thin in between.
Oh, someone has asked if you have a recipe for the spices that you add to your clarified butter. So maybe when we go back to that, we can talk about what you add.
So I can tell you while I mix it in this one. So I use, I have 2 kinds, as you see. This is my recipe. And I use covered unsalty butter. And this one is, they call Irish butter. It's from Costco. It's a grass-fed and one of my friend recommendations, so I like it as well. But seasoning you boil the butter first, the unsalty butter. You need a pan. So I use cardamom. Did I say it correct?
Cardamom, yep.
Cardamom, and then fenugreek. So the fenugreek, you have to roast it a little bit. It's very, because it changes brown very quick. So medium toast. Says, I need to check this. Oh my God, this iron is faster. So I'm going to move this one because it's getting very ready for us. So I'm going to leave it here for now, and I'm coming back.
It smells good in here already. It smells like toast.
It's a little bit toasted quicker than I expected. I was thinking this was slow, but that's good. So I hope you are following me. Caramel, fenugreek, and a little bit garlic. You just smash the garlic and put it in the top. But before you put seasoning, you have to boil the butter. Then you will see something white stuff coming in the top. You just remove that. You have to do very low heat. And then another one, you use basil leaves, the dry one, not the wet one, but the dry basil, and garlic and red onion. So you boil all these seasoning together, and then after it's ready, you just stir them. Then it's changed like butter, like this. I put a little bit curry at the end. That's why it's a little bit yellow. So you can do that, but or you can skip it. Really, where I came from, they don't put curry, but I just, you learn as you go. You see people is doing different things, so I try something different. But usually, you don't have to do curry at the end. It's optional. I hope I answer your question. If you want to find all this, they have in city market dry fenugreek. Not dry, I meant it's not ground, it's not roasted. You just roast it yourself. Oh, this is looking good.
Fenugreek's a really cool spice. It smells kind of like maple syrup.
Oh.
If you've ever like smelled it after you roasted it, it smells very sweet.
Yeah. And then this breakfast, we serve it with tea. Nice caramel, the green one, not the powder one. I'll show you how it looks like. And then clove and cinnamon. You boil it for a long time, then you can feel the flavor a lot. So we drink tea. You can do black tea with that, or you just drink the way it is. But you can, mostly we put a little black tea. Not such in caffeine. All the kids drink tea for breakfast. So I grew up drinking, I think because we put sugar. Right now, I don't put sugar in my coffee or tea. But when you grow up, you just drink tea because it's a lot of sugar. It tastes good. Yeah, so this is getting ready for us. You can see how nice and smooth. So I put just water, salt, and flour. So prefer to use is barley flour or whole wheat or this white flour as well. But I usually use barley flour.
Is barley a more common grain to be used over there rather than
especially for this kind of breakfast? Okay. Yes, we use a lot of barley flour, especially for the gumbo. Definitely have to use barley flour. We use that, and it tastes good because I think the butter and then the spicy make it more tasty, and the yogurt. You will see at the end how it look like. We'll be making surprise. This doesn't look like a flour, but it's a flour.
And for anybody in the area, barley flour is kind of hard to find. I went to 4 different stores and did not find it.
We used to have, I don't know, in City Market long time ago, the one you put it.
Yeah, we don't have it anymore.
So they have in Healthy Living too. Yeah.
Competitor. No, just kidding.
But for me, I brought it in big bag, 25, like from wholesale.
Because you go through a lot of it.
Yeah, but I use them for injera too.
It's just not as commonly used, I guess, in our cuisine.
A lot of people know sometimes barley flour, I guess. Yeah, so this is getting ready. You can see it's nice and smooth. And we're going to make thin, not very too sticky, but in between something chewable, maybe.
Someone's asked, do you ever use teff or sorghum flours in this recipe?
Not for gumbo, but for the fit, I see people using it. They don't use it by itself, but they mix it with the barley or with whole wheat flour. Yes, I've been seen, and it tastes very good. Yeah. I went to Montreal, and I have a friend in Montreal. She make me breakfast that one. I say, first of all, I didn't know have teff on it. After I ate it, she told me it's just different texture they have even in your mouth when you taste it. So yes, you can do teff flour, or you can mix it. I don't know, by itself it will be maybe not gonna be together.
Texture,
yeah. So easier. So this is ready. So I'm going to use a scoop, maybe just put it in. I will show you how. Look at this one.
Do you put any oil in the pan, or do you fry it?
Usually, I don't know, this is little oil, maybe we do, because I don't want to be stick inside. So I'm going to use just regular oil, then I can do, or a little bit olive oil. It's okay.
I have regular oil if you want.
It's okay. I'm going to wipe it, put it in the middle. Then not to be stick. That's why usually I use paper towel a little bit. Then doing it because we don't want oil too much to be oil. So yeah. So I hope you are watching me. Tell us, where are you watching us? From where? From Burlington, out of Burlington. We want to know, Carrie and I, we want to know where you're watching us. And hopefully you will make this recipe anytime you have time. Please do.
So someone says barley flour is often available at the India Bazaar on Williston Road. That's good to know.
Nice.
I will check there next time.
Yeah. So maybe they have different name. Do you think it will be different name?
Whatever it is in India.
Oh yeah. Sometimes
cuisine.
A lot of flour in the Asian store, also the Indian store, they have flour, which I need, but the name says something different. So it's better to ask them which one is barley, which one is chickpea. They have chickpea too. You get chickpea from the Asian store. So this is almost about ready. We don't want it to be too hot, then burn quick. So I'm going to do number one. So we'll see, maybe we'll have 2 or 3 medium size.
Oh, someone's watching from Seattle. Welcome.
Oh,
cross country.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I've been in Seattle. It's beautiful thinking. Okay. So we don't cover it. Usually when we make injera, we cover it, but this one we just leave it. You will see, not bubbling really, but you will see it's all the dough will go like dry a little bit. Then you flip it. We flip it. This one, so. Okay.
Oh, we have someone here who says they're in Boynton Beach, Florida. I'm going to make this tomorrow night.
Oh.
I have a coworker who's from Ethiopia, and she's hoping you're going to make something called shiro. We've done shiro before.
We've done shiro.
I don't know if the video is up yet. Let me check real quick.
Very simple and delicious again. I think I say delicious to everything because it's true. Because if you cook it slow and cook it with love, everything. So make her surprised. Maybe you can cook it. And then you can check from our website. Maybe Carrie, she found the old video.
I really enjoyed the shiro. That was really good. It was interesting, different.
Different, yeah.
See if we have that one up yet. We're a little bit behind on our video uploads because the person that does that doesn't work for us anymore. So let me see.
They don't post it, yeah. Quicker, so. Okay. Yeah.
But we have done it.
I know. We've been done a couple of cooking, and we enjoyed it. Go back and maybe next fall or next spring we'll do it again, the same thing. But for now, I think the Karish is going to be outdoor soon, and no stove there. We're going to do outdoor cooking. That's another exciting, different experience. Yeah,
you're going to do your grilled chicken again, right?
Yeah, it's good to try everything because it's movie from comfort zone. I never did that kind, but she encouraged me to do it. Then you just need your own spicy to mix the chicken, then grill instead of just cooking a sauce or slow cook. So it worked excellent. In fact, it's so easy, more delicious, you know.
We have someone watching from Arlington, Virginia, Burlington, Vermont, and Southern California. Welcome,
everybody. Oh, welcome. You are from all over the state. We love that. Yes, it's almost getting ready. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. This is a little bit like dry, the dough, because I put a little bit of oil, so I can see it's a little bit shaky, not stick there. There we go. We'll give it a few minutes. We need to see in the bottom, kind of little light brown. That's when it's ready. So we'll give it a few minutes, and we'll have second one. The finishing part is more excited, so we'll see how it ends. I think those who's a big the people, they live in a big city, for sure you have a lot of Ethiopian Eritrean food around. Don't have much access for the restaurant, but I'm doing catering, so some people, they get a chance to taste my food. I do catering, or some months I do take out dinner. I just had last Saturday. It was so good. I always enjoy, and I see almost 80% of my customer are repeat customers. So it's just make me like I'm cooking for somebody I know all the time. So it's good.
Yeah. So I just posted the link for our video recordings up. We don't have the shiro one up yet, but it will be up eventually. But some of the other ones that Mulu has done are up there. So if you get the hankering for some more Ethiopian and Eritrean recipes, you can check out that video library.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like you're just making a giant pancake.
I know, it look like pancake, yeah. But the difference is no baking soda, no egg, no milk. So you just need water, salt, and flour. And like I mentioned earlier, if it's different flour, I prefer to do it. So you can try with any flavor, or you can mix it all the two flour together. It's all good.
You could keep it gluten-free that way too, if you use
that's
gluten-free
true.
versions.
If some people, they don't want this white flour, they can do something else. Yeah.
We have someone from San Diego. Welcome.
Yeah, especially the gumbo is that's more like cold weather, or you want some smooth breakfast. That's the best. And that one is not much process as this. You just toss the flour, boil the water. It's kind of porridge, but different way do it. So it's very comfort breakfast. And they have all the elderly, they say, oh, woman, she's in the kitchen. They think, I'm sorry to say that, but they think we are in kitchen a lot where I came from. They say she shouldn't have a cold. She should have gumbo. If you have a cold, eat gumbo in the kitchen, then you will feel better the next day. That's why this. But it doesn't mean all the time we have to be in the kitchen. Just Please say it loud.
Someone from San Francisco.
Oh, welcome, welcome. We
And so I was curious, both of the recipes that we're doing today are very starch-based. You know, they're both based on a flour or a grain.
Flour, yeah.
Do you eat like eggs or other things for breakfast, or do you usually just have like a main
we do
starch?
Egg is once a while. Mostly the kids eat the egg, not adults usually. Oh, we have another one too. It's the same thing, a flour, a bread. It's kind of baguette bread. This one mostly you eat it in a restaurant, like coffee, breakfast place. So we have this kind of bread. They cut them a piece, like we're going to do this, cutting them in piece. Then they use the same thing. Instead of they use berbere and butter, they cook a sauce like tomato sauce with berbere, with the spicy. Then they mix it with the bread. They eat it with yogurt.
Okay.
Yeah,
so it is a lot of starch.
You don't do dry berbere like this. You have to do the sauce to make it. So that kind of stuff. We have egg too, like frittata, everything. We have a breakfast, but you don't go breakfast place as often. On holidays, like something occasion with your family and stuff. Mostly they eat bread. We eat bread, cookies for breakfast. The bread we have special, if you can Google, called hambasha. That's every household, they have it for breakfast mostly. Okay. So it's homemade, or you can check. I don't know if I have it in my website, but yeah, it's something I make at home for my family here. So that's our breakfast, and tea and bread. That's all we eat. I think we eat a lot of bread, I guess.
Himbasha?
Yes, you got it.
I found it.
You will see circle with design in the top a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's our very special bread. It's not too sweet, but it's in between. You have to use sugar a little bit. So, or you can use raisin instead of sugar sometimes.
Awesome.
Yeah. You use yeast bread. You don't use baking powder usually, just yeast bread.
Long
that's
rise.
Almost every single day. That's our breakfast.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of how different that is to like American breakfast, where you think of like sausage and bacon and like all the meats.
We don't have those things.
Breads.
No. We don't have sausage. It's filling. We used to go a lot when my kids was young in Montreal for breakfast. So all this potato, like you say, the sausage, it's not breakfast, it's lunch.
Yeah.
It's again fill you all day, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you eat one of those, you don't need to eat for the rest of the day.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but my kids love breakfast. So they eat almost 3-4 times a week egg here. That's their favorite breakfast. So
the person asking, I just posted a link on the himbasha, the bread, in the chat. You can also just search it yourself if you want on your device.
It's, let's see this one.
Let's see it spelled.
Almost ready. Maybe another 2 minutes. So this is about to be ready.
Himbasha, Himbasha, or also called ambasha, Ambasha. So there's a link in the chat for that.
Maybe it could be the Ethiopian language, Eritrean language.
Yeah.
The way we say it is a little different. So even though the alphabet is the same here.
It almost looks like a yeasted cornbread, but not made of corn. Like this one's done in like a skillet, but it's got ginger and cardamom and
for
sugar.
the hambasha?
Yeah.
Ginger?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. That's why I'm saying people change all the recipe. We used to do it.
Yeah.
Usually it's just yeast, flour, salt, sugar, and raisin, lemon zest, oranges. That's what we use. But yeah, I think it's that's interesting. Did you check the picture? It looked like a circle with the design.
This one's like a circle, and then it just has like wedges in it, like a wheel.
Yes. This one is almost ready, and I'm surprised it's not burned.
Yeah.
Because earlier was quick.
This has a hot spot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Someone actually just asked, how do you know when the bread is ready to flip?
Yeah, I check it in the bottom. So when in the bottom is light brown, a little bit brown, you can tell it's ready. But right now I keep checking it. It still is not brown, but I'm a little bit surprised. The heat was low. I mean, even though I did at the end, it's medium, still it's not cooking yet. So you'll check in the back. When it's brown, it's ready. Yeah, so we have second one, and this one, when it's cooled down, we're going to chop them a little bit small. Then we'll see or show you how we do it. It's just it's good you have day off or free time to do it. It takes a little bit process to do this one. It's not like one time do it and done. You know, you have to make, you need patience a little bit, I guess, for good breakfast.
Could you do it ahead of time, like make the breads the night before and let them sit and then rip them
Some
up?
people even they freeze them, but
Okay.
I never did it. But this one, you can do it, mix it all with the seasoning and the spicy. Then you can put them in the bowl or in a Ziploc or any place. You can freeze them, then just warm up. I see people doing it, but usually we do it Sundays when we have free time. So yeah, my kids say, "Oh, it's not ready. It's not ready." You know,
no,
it's not like it's not like again like this. So yeah.
We have someone commenting. Christine's letting us know. Yeah, Tef is used to make injera. Mulu has done injera before. That is in our video library. She showed us how she makes her fabulous injera.
Oh yeah. So I'm going to flip it. I can see light brown. You can wait a little bit if you want, but like I don't know if you can see a little bit here brownish.
Yeah, just barely. Yep.
Yeah, just started, but still it's cooking. So yeah, and when you flip it, you don't need a lot of heat because already it's cooking a lot in the bottom, and it's very thin. It's should be cooked enough by now because you don't want to burn a lot. Yeah, we make injera. In fact, I just made injera before I came here. Sometimes it's challenge to make injera, even though I make them all the time for my business, for my family. Still, every time I make them, it gives me a challenge. Could be the weather, okay, too hot, too cold, the water, the temperature, everything. So today I make almost maybe 80% egg flour. I add a little bit white flour. No, didn't want to come out. It's a flat. I can show you. Maybe that will give you what I'm talking about. I walk with my injera everywhere. Can you believe that? I go everywhere with my injera.
That sounds like a good idea to me. I love your injera.
So then people will understand what this is. Almost egg flour. So I will show you in the picture. So this is almost 100% egg, but it shouldn't be like this. It should be more bubbling, more soft. It smells very good. It smells like sour. They have the sourness. They have that fermented things, but it's not fluffy enough. It just looks sleepy a little bit. So yeah, I make injera today,
and tomorrow it'll turn out perfectly with the same recipe, right? Because it's got a mind of its own.
It's almost, oh yeah. Now I can tell when I tell you, when you flip it, it looks like cook quicker. So I can show you before I take it out. I just flip it to show you. So this is look like this. If you see brown like this, I hope you can see it. That's ready. You can tell it's ready.
Yeah, someone says it looks like a tortilla and someone else says it looks like a crepe.
Yeah, exactly. That's I think, yeah, all the, but I think they make more flavors. The Indian,
there's usually
what do you call the Indian?
Chapati, like not chapati. Yeah, there's like oil.
Chapati too, but they put flavor a little bit there.
I think so, yeah.
Or something.
This is just plain because you're adding all the seasoning.
Yeah, plain because it's spicy. We're going to add later. So this is ready. We'll let it cool down now. I'm going to put it away. So I'm going to do the second one while that one is cooling down. I think this one will cook faster. So we'll make one big one. So then don't have to wait longer. I want you to see the result. Then you keep going to the store today and make tomorrow. There you go. This is another one. You don't have to eat this only for breakfast. You can eat it for snack. You can eat it for dinner. Lunch, for any times of day. It's filling. It's very filling. I hope if you have kids, young kids, this is really good, different kind of breakfast for kids. If they are picky eater, maybe this is something they would like to eat. Some kids, they want to eat this all the time. There you go. So this is it. This is our last one. Then once this is cool, I'm going to put some gloves. I'm going to cut the other one. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Appreciate that. So we're going to mix it here.
Christine commented that she hasn't made shiro, but she's looking to make samosa. Are there Ethiopian or Eritrean fried dough things like samosas, or is that not really a cultural?
Not a lot of people do sambusa. You know, Eritrean, they have a Muslim and Christian religion. So most of the Muslim, when they have fasting season, they do a lot of sambusa. but not as common eat every household sambusa. They do it for special too. So yeah, it's I think I never try, but something is I have to try too. People told me it's easy. You can even buy the sambusas square things. You just need your lentils or potato, whatever meat, whatever you're going to fill it in. If you cook that slow and nice, you don't have to worry about the wrapping. You can buy it in the store. It's more easier, they say, when you buy it. So yeah, we don't do that a lot. Okay, let's check our bread and cut them pieces. So usually you wait a little bit until cool down. I'm just using the knife until it's cooled down. But you can use your hand or you can wear gloves. You have to cut them in pieces like this or smaller, depend how you want to be eaten.
Bite-sized.
Yes. It smells good though. It smell like bread.
Yeah.
Like toasted bread, like
flour
toasty and floury. So yeah. Sometimes we do this kind of bread, little thicker and slow. They use it for coffee time, you know, instead of cookie or something. They do this. Bread. Nothing to add. We don't use a lot of like jelly and peanut butter. We don't. Just it's the way it is
bread.
dry.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a little bit salty. They put salt, or some people they put sugar.
If you don't like spicy, could you toss this with something other than berbere? Like, could you do curry powder, or is it just not the same thing without berbere?
I think I prefer not any seasoning, just the butter and salt you can do. Then put some yogurt, because we'll give it curry, turmeric, or other spicy. I don't think we'll give it, or maybe paprika. That's spicy too, but you can put very light. Okay. I don't think will be good with other seasoning. For some reason, the other seasoning you have to cook it. It's not something raw. Right. Yeah, but this one already is. It's grinded with so many toasted seasoning. All the seasoning, most of the seasoning in the berbere is toasted already. Like they make them dry, wash. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never see it, but I just recommend it just not to use different spicy. You just use the butter, salt, that's enough.
But I'll also let people know that if you think you don't like spicy, I've learned to like spicy food with Mulu's berbere. So start testing yourself on berbere and they'll get better.
Yeah, it's not something that sometimes when we say spicy, some people expect it to be hot, burn their mouths or sweaty. No, it's with a good flavor. In fact, sometimes after you eat it, you taste it after you swallow the food, you feel the heat in your mouth with the flavor. It's not something burn your mouth or, yeah, please try. Then say, oh, Mulu is right or Carrie is right. Okay, this is looking good.
Oh, somebody's asking some recipes for Eritrean cookies and other sweets, maybe for the next class. So maybe we could do
that sounds good.
Some baking.
Bring something.
Yeah.
I know one cake. Every household they do. I know maybe most of you know how to do it. They call it either yellow cake or lemon cake. That's we eat every time. Some people they buy it from store. Some people they made them at home. Depend, because not everybody have oven. In where I came from, we don't have oven. Yeah. So, but we have a bakery, nice bakery, so you can order from there. Or some people they do it in the pot. You know the circle, it's hole in the middle, like you put cake.
Like a bundt pan with the thing in the middle.
So they put that in the cooking pot. Then they cover something.
Steam it almost.
Anyway, so they created something with the stove or with the firewood in. But yeah, I'll try. You see, I love coming here because it makes me like thinking, oh, I can do sweet too. I always cook only sauce.
Someone says they used berbere in their deviled eggs last night and it was delicious.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah. Someone else says the bread looks like an Indian roti.
There's this bread,
I guess.
The bread?
Yeah, it looks like a roti.
It looks like chapati or pita bread is most dry. I think pita bread is a little bit dry, toasty.
Yeah.
This one is a little bit soft than that. But yes, I think they use the same flour maybe. So let's check this one. I'll take the gloves, one of the gloves.
Somebody asked, could you mix the mixture ahead of time and let it sit in the fridge and make the crepe part, bake it later.
Yeah, the mixer, yeah, you can do that, but it doesn't take time because this is most take time. The mixer means the berbere and the butter and the salt. We're going to put it warm up and then mix it with this. Yeah, I don't think it will take a lot of time, but you can put it in fridge. But when you put it in fridge, you have to warm up again, because this one you have to serve it warm. It's not cold food, because the butter you have to be very warm and toasty when you eat it. So yeah, for that reason, maybe I don't think it's a good idea. Just mix it and put it in fridge.
You should try it and let us know. Whoever asked that, you should try it out. Let us know what the results were, if it turned out well.
Yeah.
Experiment.
Only you can mix it all together, the bread and the spicy, then mix it ready to eat. You can freeze them or you can put it in fridge. Then you warm up the way you want, in microwave or in the pot. That way it's easier to eat. So this is almost ready. Like I mentioned earlier, this is a little bigger than the other one. You can see it's almost ready. Maybe you need another 5 minutes for everything. So at the same time, I'm going to take some gloves out and show you the spicy, how we can mix it, warm up in this one. Then we'll mix it. The butter is, I'm going to mix 2 kind of butter. The other butter is so delicious. Maybe Carrie will send you a gumbo. Did I send you one? Like volcano with yogurt, everything.
Yeah, you sent me the picture. I'll have to wait. I'll send it after. Yeah, I can't do it while I'm in the event.
But yeah. That was, I just went to Houston last week for graduation. So this is my friend. She made breakfast for me before I took my flight. That was the best breakfast I get from her. So I'm going to show you what I ate last week. So this is 1 spoon of butter. Then I'm going to try to use the other one to mix it, because they have a little slightly different flavor, because 2 different butter. This is more yellow, that's more a little bit, it's red, I guess. So I'm going to use this butter. It's a lot of butter, but it tastes good.
It fills you up for the day ahead, you know?
Oh yeah, especially in cold day, you need it. So I'm going to use 1, I mean, you can use 1 tablespoon, say like 3 tablespoons for 4. So we can use 1.5 or 2. It's good when the berbere is 1, and then we can use half. Then you can always add it as needed in the top if you think is not enough. Then we're going to put a little bit of salt. Already we put some salt in the flour when we mix it, so we don't need a lot of salt. Or you can wait at the end, taste it first if you don't like salt. So, but I'm going to put a small like this one, and then after this one is cooking, I'll mix it in the heat, maybe to warm up, then we can mix it with this.
So someone's asked, do Ethiopians eat spicy food? So like, does it get spicier than berbere?
Oh, because the more you add berbere, will get spicier. Yes, they do. But we call it mita.
Even spicier. Yep.
Yeah, they eat it with raw meat. I think the Ethiopian is raw meat. The Eritrean, they don't eat that meat, even though our culture is almost similar, our food, but slightly change. They eat, like, you can find a picture, they eat raw meat with a lot of spicy and with awaze. If you Google awaze, maybe you can see, show them. It's sort of berbere, but different kind.
I'll just put the name of that into the chat.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, they will find it for sure. Mita or awaze, that's spicier than berbere.
Yeah, you've made me that before, and it's really good, but it's a little bit goes a long way. It's very spicy.
It is spicy, yeah.
And it's got more of the cardamom flavor in it.
Yeah, they use a lot of seasoning. That's why it's a little lighter than red, the color, because the seasoning changes the color. Okay, let's check what's going on here. Like about to get ready, maybe another 2 minutes, and then we are almost ready. But next time, yeah, we'll make this one ready, then we'll show you one. We don't take your time a lot. Then we can go only with one. We can make it ready ahead of time, yeah. Yeah, so did anybody was cooking or doing this tonight with me, or you are planning to do it soon?
think people are more watching along. I'm going to do it later, but yeah, if you do decide to make this recipe another time, make sure to send me and Mulu photos. You can send them to me and I'll pass them along. We love to see when people make the recipes that we demo in class, since we can't all be together making and eating them together quite yet. So we'd love to see photos.
So usually we eat this one, we eat it individual in a bowl or in a plate, but when we eat injera, we eat as communion together. We have this big platter between 16 to 18-inch big platter. So we put the injera in the bottom. We put all the sauce in the top. So you eat together in one platter, maybe between 4 to 6 people. You can eat in a big platter, or between 2 to 8 you can eat, or to 6. And yeah, when COVID come, or when people become thinking about germ, it's changed slowly. Even where I came from, it's not a family house, but still we eat together. But when you go occasion like party, wedding and stuff, they start doing individual.
Yeah,
you eat individual. So, but otherwise you have to eat together. It's sharing the platter is so make you eat small, you full. You just make you good eating with someone.
I think it's so interesting too, because you usually have like lots of little bits of things rather than like one entree. So you get to have the lentils.
So you have to share from there and here. Your hand is everywhere. And then you have to wash your hand definitely nicely. Plus you have to use your right hand unless you are lefty. So all this rule we have. If you are older, somebody have to come with the water and jar, you know, with the bowl. You have to wash your hand before start eating. So. Because we don't use a lot of utensil, we use our hand, except if it's pasta, rice, yes, salad, we use utensil. I think this is ready. I can see a little bit brown. I didn't wait until 100% brown, but yeah, started, I can tell. So this is, give it another 3 minutes. And our butter and berbere and salt is here. I'll warm up this while we chop this one small, and this is already ready. So this one, it can fit because it's filling, so you can fit 4 people. You can serve this for 4 people, or if you are a big eater, for 3 people, depend how much you want to eat. And yeah, if you have any other question, feel free to ask, please.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
Oh, lentils.
Yeah.
I can eat lentil every day. And it's very easy to cook. You just need the base, almost the base for spicy lentil, curly lentil. You just need 4 ingredients. You need onion, ginger, garlic, oil. Then you separate them, or tomato too. Then you separate them. Either you will put berbere, that will be spicy lentil, or you use curry and turmeric, that's curry lentils.
Mild.
The base, mild, yeah, but the base is the same. So yeah, that's my favorite thing cooking. Always the result is delicious. You do it fast, quick, anything is good. Yes, lentil is good. Yeah, beef and chicken is taking a little bit longer, not like lentil, you know. So perfect. This looks so nice. I'm going to flip it. I'll show you how brown is this one. Excellent.
Yeah, if anybody has any other questions for Mulu, now is the perfect time to put them into the chat. We can ask them while she's heating up the butter and
I
ripping.
can do this way. Why not? Let's do it. So you can see how brown is now in the other side. I hope you can see it. You can wait a little bit to be browner, but this is pretty much is cooking enough. It's about 10 minutes already here in the stove. So, and this is ready. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it out to be cooled down a little bit. Then I will warm up this butter while we chop this bread, and we'll show you how we're going to do it. Okay, let's do it here. Perfect. So let's move this one here for now. And then I'm going to put low. We don't want to burn our butter, so we just need even just the heat one. So I'm going to warm up this one, slide. I'll put this at the end. So the bread is the pita bread, or we call it keja, the name of this, or keja. We wait a little bit to be a little bit cool down. Then we're going to chop it again.
So if kicha's the bread, what does the fit or the feet mean? Does it mean just like
fit means mix it, like
mixed? Okay.
Yeah.
So mixed bread because you mixed. Okay.
Exactly. Fit is bread. Yeah. Perfect. Oh my God, look at the butter, how already it's melted. I just turned off the heat, but thank you. So this is, you can see, so I'm going to move it here. I don't want to burn until we get ready. And then we're going to start chopping. Do we have another pot like this small one?
There's the small one that the tea is in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to use one. After we're done, we're going to use one to boil water for our gumbo. So let's do this one first. Perfect. That's okay. Even if it's a little bigger, that's all right. Perfect.
Is this one too big?
Oh, that's a fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Or we can make the tea there if you want. Do you want to switch for the tea? Just because we're not going to make a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to cut this one again, and then
just pour this into like a bowl and then wash this. You want this pot?
Just leave it. We can use this one.
Okay, sure.
We'll do it very quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. While I mix it, this you can do. Perfect. It's a little bit hot. You can wait to cool down if you want. You don't need to cut it when it's too hot. That way. There we go. This is looking so good. So while this one is cooling down, I'm going to start with this, whatever we have ready. So as you see, I put the butter, berbere, and salt. It's melted. Maybe you need like 2 minutes or a minute and a half. It's melted quick. So I'm going to mix it here. Then I will add the bread, the rest of bread. I'm going to add here because this is a lot of butter for this small one. There you go. This is for you, Carrie. So I'm going to mix it. Oh la la, look at this, how it looks nice and spicier, you can see. But we're going to add all the bread because I have a lot of butter here. I just want to start this while this one is cooling down. I see people put the bread in blenders, not blenders, food processors. Then they needed a chop instead of using their hand. They put them in food processors, cut them. But I prefer to use my hand. There we go. Oh my God, the cinnamon smells good for the tea. I think the whole city market store, they smell it maybe.
It smells really good.
Sorry. Thank you. So we can put water, then we put it in here in the stove.
How much water?
Half maybe. Still, I'll take it out. Thank you. This is looking so good already. Thank you, Carrie.
I see somebody asked where they might be able to find some berbere in San Francisco, and I Googled it really quick, and it looks like you can try We Spice, which is on Golden Gate Avenue, or Spice Tribe on Cole Street. So it looks like there are some options.
Yes.
Looks like you might even have some specifically African or Ethiopian grocery stores in San Fran.
Oh, they do. A lot of big city, they have Ethiopian store. That's most the quality, I will say, or I don't know, because sometimes people buy in Amazon or in different stores, they say, oh, it doesn't taste like your berbere. Yeah, I think when you go to Ethiopian or African market, maybe that's exactly come from Ethiopia, or maybe some, yeah, you can, if you live in big city, you will find for sure Ethiopian or Eritrean store. So we are almost ready for this one.
Yeah, we sell here in City Market, we sell one called Teeny Tiny Spice Company. So you can see if they will ship to you as well if you just want to order online. We really like their berbere.
Yeah, that's from Ethiopia. You can see, you can read it, say Ethiopian spicy in the little containers. That's a good one too. A lot of people, Vermonters, they use that one. In fact, they told me, oh, I got that Ethiopian spicy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is looking so yummy.
Grab you some bowls.
So do you have a bowl, little bowl for serving instead of plate? Or we can use plate if you don't have that. Perfect, that's excellent. So I'll show them how. Look like we're almost ready. So this is look like for now. I hope you can see it clear because it's soaking with spicy, with salt and berbere. So I'm going to show you how we serve it. Okay, let's take the gloves out and I'll show you.
We have someone saying that Marcus Samuelson has published his berbere recipe online. It's easy to make, so you can make your own as well.
Yeah, exactly. I saw that too. It's a little bit he take out some, but that's a good spicy he used to. Almost all ingredient is here. They have in that recipe. So try please that one too. And it's homemade.
And somebody asked what kind of lentils, and it's red lentils, right?
Yes, I use red lentils for the curries, and now I use for the spicy the whole brown one.
Brown ones. Okay.
Yeah, that's more slow. It doesn't cook easily, but it's really good flavor too.
Yeah, the red ones break down into almost like a mush, and the brown ones stay.
You have to manage it, not too much heat, low heat with cold water to start, make it more slow cook. Perfect. So this is the way we serve it. I'll show you how it look like. So I put in the bowl. We have it right here, and then we use yogurt. I think if it's too spicy, the yogurt will make it slow or make it calm down. Okay. It's not like, I don't like using Greek yogurt for this one.
Yeah, I figured I got regular.
Better to use it just regular plain yogurt. So you can put some yogurt in the middle. I know the yogurt is called the bread, the spicy is warm, but this is the way we eat it. And then you just need a spoon or a fork to see it. Let me try for you. I'm sorry, I'm going to try because I'm excited. So you just put a little bit of yogurt. Perfect. I can eat every day this one. I can eat the spicy, then the yogurt is help. Make it love. So this is it. I hope you enjoying watching me. I'm going to show you another breakfast. So the second breakfast, as you see, I toast the flour a little bit. So I'm not sure if we have here. Do we have stir? Like, yeah. Because sometimes the flour have a little some junk, not junk, I don't know, but brown stuff, thick stuff. So yeah, excellent. That's what I was looking. What is the name of that?
I call it a sieve.
Okay, good.
Or you could say sifter.
Okay, great. So we usually do this one in case something is in the flour. We just use this one. I don't see much parting around, but some flowers they have this leaves, kind of dry stuff. So
like the husks. And,
yeah. Some or hen. I don't know if that's hen to call it. So yeah. So we usually do this. Whatever how many flour you want. We're going to make small one. So you toast the flour, barley flour, or whole wheat flour. I don't think egg flour work for this one. I never try, and I never heard people use it for this one. Only for the preview breakfast I show you. That's so I don't see much. So it's okay not to do it. You can just make it. The water is about to boil. So usually you boil a lot of water, then you save the water in containers because you can add as needed in the top, not cold water, but hot water. Excellent. I think we'll add a little bit more. And then one thing they toasted this one because this is kind of porridge. I think it doesn't hurt your belly as well. It doesn't make you puffy or something. It's because it's raw, almost flour. So that's another thing. The toasting is for both, for flavor, also for not, it doesn't make you boil your belly.
Digestion better.
Digested, yes. So, okay, let's try with this what we have. The water is about to get ready. It's boiling. So I'm going to take some water out. You can use this one maybe, or here.
I can just pour it into this.
Yeah, I need it maybe in case I need it for
Yep.
So we can do some water here. And then we can start with this one. Maybe I'll put a little bit damp water. You don't need a lot of water. Maybe for, this is for 2 people we're making. So I use, maybe this one is 4 cups of water for 3 cups or 2.5 cup flour.
And it's going to be really thick, right? It's not like a loose porridge.
No,
It's very thick.
so
I'll send the photo to everybody, but you can see it like mounds up in the bowl.
Yeah. It's boiling. It's nice and bubbling. Okay, I'll put. It's better to add water in the top instead of too loose. So you need salt. You put salt in the water. And you need wooden spoon. Usually it's better to use wooden spoon for this one. So I'm going to add flour slowly. And then if you need more flour, still you can add flour from what we have. But let's start it this way. So it's going to be, you have to make sure your hand is fast enough. Go around it. Whoop, I can make low, and then you can add water. Look, stick in the bottom because it's more flour than the water.
So there really isn't like measurements too much. It's more just by feel. And
yeah,
what it's supposed to look like.
Usually when I do at home, I know exactly. I have a pot. I know exactly how much for 3 people because my husband doesn't eat much this one. For me and my kids, so I know exactly. But that's why you save water all the time from the boiling water. So you can add as needed because you don't need to be too loose the flour, the dough, or so you just keep going doing this. This flour is first time using it by itself. They used it, mix it. So you can use oat flour as well.
Okay.
Yeah, oat flour in fact is good. Yeah, exactly. But you mix it with white flour or other flours. So always it's good when you mix it for gumbo. So I'm going to keep going. It takes a little bit. I put low. You don't need to put too hot. Maybe low heat is better because you need to mix it. You don't need to see any flour or lumps. Yeah, so you just need a smooth and good. So you keep going doing this.
It really does look more like a dough than a porridge. Like
yeah, exactly. Dough. Oh, it's not like porridge. You have to be thick. But if you think it's too thick, it's still like, you can tell. You can add a little bit. Look how much water we were using and we save it. Yeah. So this one, you have to keep stirring or keep mixing it like this. You don't leave it because it will burn in the bottom. It's not going to be mixed or cooked even. So you have to do this a lot.
It's a good arm workout for the morning.
I think so. My arm is, that's why I have a big hair. It's not even muscle, but everything is workout here. I use my hand for injera, for cooking, chopping. Oh boy.
It kind of reminds me of, we've made a recipe from, I think it was Somalia before, fufu.
Oh, fufu. Oh, yeah. Similar, yeah.
And it's like a starch that you have to beat the heck out of it while you're making it. And it turns into. So
what I do now, just to be cooked enough, I will move this one. Usually, I don't know if you have cover, but what we can do, I put water. I have some water in the bottom. Just you cover it.
Yeah.
Then you leave it maybe for 2-3 minutes. Thank you. So you just leave it. Like,
quite the right lid, but it'll work.
Because I put some water in the bottom. Then we're going to keep mix it again. You will see the result.
So you're almost steaming the dough and then mixing it again and then steaming it. And then, okay.
So because it have to be cooked.
Right. You don't want raw flour.
Yes. So yeah, this is fun, really. I never did breakfast, so I'm so excited to do it.
I'm excited too to eat it.
Yeah. It's this one is more easier than the other one because the time. If especially the flour, you can make it ahead of time. You can make a lot, then save it. You can mix it any flour you want. You can toast it slowly, maybe longer than I did today. You can see slowly change brown, but you have to keep stirring the flour, otherwise will burn in the bottom. Then you can keep it, cool it down, keep it so when you need it, you just boil water into it. So it's more or less time to serve the food or the breakfast if you make your flour ready ahead of time. So this one again, we need spicy, we need butter and yogurt. So I can check it, it still is boiling, looking good. So what we do, can open it again and then mix it. I can see the water is boiling and bubbling. So yeah, I think the fufu, maybe they use corn flour. Do they use corn flour?
Like,
or they have special flour? I see them doing YouTube, they do this a lot, but they eat it with the sauce, yeah?
I think it's
like beans and stuff.
Yeah, it's
meat.
plantain. It's like plantain starch.
It's a plantain flour?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I see
or
YouTube.
Cassava.
Oh, cassava.
Or, yeah, I think.
Cassava, you know what cassava is? A green flour. It's a leaves, yeah?
Yeah, I think it's you can eat the leaves, but it's also a tuber, and then it's like a starch. We have it in here still.
Nice.
Somewhere.
Yeah, it's almost the same process for whatever I'm doing my hand.
Yeah, this one's plantain.
Oh, nice. Good to know. So yeah, this is the best you can do is you can serve small amount for 4 or 5 people, and then if especially you have your own flavor of flour, or if you are gluten free, or if you are in special diet, you don't want to use any kind of flour, you can use many different kind and you can mix it when we toast it. There we go. Maybe you can Google what is gongfu flour.
Okay.
They use it in that way. People will have more option. Yeah, it's almost ready, but I make sure it's cooked enough. We don't want anybody belly to be hurt. In fact, if you have all friends, you can do as activity for fun as well. Something new to do with friend.
Yeah, this says it's barley or wheat flour. Usually.
Yeah, mostly. But this one, they mix it as well, the one we're using today. Then it's, especially this one thing I forget to mention, when woman births a baby, she eats this almost for 3-4 weeks. This is the best, and they don't feel like a big, it doesn't make them gain weight or anything. I think they think this one helps them, their back recovery or the butter and this one. I'm not sure how true it is, it will help, but that's we believe. And anything we use, where I came from, we use traditional medicine, herbs, all these sense like use this work. So sometimes when you believe it, work, I guess. Okay, it's getting almost ready, Carrie. Are you ready to eat for this food? Who's going to eat this all a lot?
I'm gonna try it. I can't promise that we can finish all of that.
I know you can promise to like it.
Yeah,
but it's okay.
I think I'll like it.
I'll make it to like it. Well, and make sure I will do the same flavor you like. Okay, this is about to be ready. So what we do in the bottom of our bowl, we're going to use this bowl. You put some butter in the bottom because you don't want to be stiff. So if you put a little bit of butter in the bottom, so I'm going to use not a lot, but at least 1/4 of this. It's getting ready. So I will cut it in 1/4. I don't know, half or 1/4, but yes, we put here. And then the color look brown. Usually look a little bit different, but the butter will help. So you do this way. You have to make it circle, like a ball. Then you need a little bit, like they call it volcano.
Volcano, yep.
Volcano. Oh my God, I couldn't say anything tonight.
Close.
Sometimes my pronunciation is perfect. Sometimes I forget. So this is, you can use as your hand or spoon as well, but you make it sure it's circle like this. So then you need to open it right in the middle. I'm going to use a spoon, maybe different spoon. I don't want my spoon to come in here and in my butter. So you just open like this. Yep. For the spicy and or the butter, everything there. Let me come, I'll show you. Okay. Sometimes you can warm the butter and spicy in here, but since this is very hot, you don't need to warm up the butter because you serve it very warm. So I open this already. Let's put it here. Then you need butter in the middle, right here. I'm not trying to touch my spoon. Okay. We need one more. You can add as needed. If you don't want too much butter, you don't need to do it. Because a lot of people is, then you put berbere, there's a berbere, and then you put a little bit salt, not a lot, because we already put some salt in the dough. So I put a little bit salt. I don't know if that's too little, it look like too much, but yeah, so you can mix it like this. There you go. Have to melt the butter a lot. If the butter was in fridge, better to put it, mix it in here. Okay, this is it. I can add a little bit more butter or I will leave it like this. I hope you can see it. This is it. Then you need to put yogurt. Let me take my gloves out. Then you put yogurt at the edge. The problem is some people, they don't like yogurt to eat with their gumbo. So you put it here so they either they will eat it or they don't eat it. So I'll put halfway yogurt, halfway no. Then you can put a little bit berbere in the yogurt like this. I think I can put yogurt a little bit here. That way, sometimes you don't need to put a lot of yogurt. Some people, they prefer not to do it, but as soon as we love yogurt, we can do it here, okay? Then, that's it. I hope this one you can see.
Looks awesome.
I'm going to eat. Sorry.
Yeah, do it.
I want to see the result. So.
Yeah, and so we are coming up to the end of class now. So if you have questions, now's the perfect time to put them in the chat.
It's the best. You know what? This flour is kind of, you don't even need to chew. It just swallow. It's very soft, very comfort. And the spicy, because the yogurt make it calm, you don't taste the spicy a lot. But if you don't want yogurt, you use the spicy with butter, less spicy, then you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something tonight from me. And if you have any questions, still we have a few minutes, please let me know.
Yes, thank you so much, Mulu, for teaching us.
Oh, let me show them the tea.
Oh, yes, the tea we've had brewing.
Sorry. We make tea. When we have this kind of breakfast, we have to have hot tea. So I asked her if she can boil tea for me. So we use clove, cinnamon, and cardamom. You can see the water is brown. We didn't add any tea bag because just by boiling that. So when we have the tea, we have a small, because we drink tea like number 2, number 3. So the glasses is so small, not even hand sometimes. You burn your hand. So you serve it with tea. If you prefer coffee, that's fine. But you can drink coffee later. Drink it with tea. You can taste that all the butter and the spicy plain down. So let me know if you really are going to plan to try this one. If you have any question, feel free to email me or to send us a picture after you made it. Use it as activity with your kids, with your friends, something new to try. But this presented from Ethiopia and Eritrea. We have, even though I'm from Eritrea, but this food we ate it both country. So thank you.
Yep. I don't see any questions coming in. Just a bunch of people saying thank you, fun class, great chef. So I'm going to go ahead and end the event because I don't see any questions. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and hopefully we will see you at another class in the future. Have a great rest of your week, everybody. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.